Joining me now is Doro Francesco, CEO and founder of EU Matrix, a research platform about European policymaking. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
So, in Spain, the far-right Vox party scored much worse than in the last election and in polls throughout the past year. Are we sometimes overestimating the electoral power of populism?
I think sometimes we're overestimating it, sometimes we're underestimating it. And I think both phenomena are due to the anxiety that talking about these parties and their intentions provokes in the societies. We're talking about a lot about their intentions. They are sometimes unpredictable. This creates a lot of anxiety. This gives the impression sometimes that they're growing more than they do. I think this is the case now in Spain, whereas on other occasions we're underestimating it. We think that they will not reach out to a substantial amount of the electorate, which sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. So both phenomena happen in variety of contexts.
What are voters' most important issues that bring them to vote for populist candidates?
Well, clearly, the populists, or more precisely, the radical right, have been able to reach out to the citizens that are dissatisfied effectively with the way the society is going. And they have, of course, started with, on the one hand, the cultural, identitarian issues, such as migration, such as the nativism in the society. But nowadays, I think the range of issues that these parties are addressing has increased substantially, because while migration has decreased a little bit in terms of priority of the electorate, and now we have the economic issues, we have the jobs concerns in some of the countries, and even energy security.
At the same time, social democrats are under pressure basically everywhere these days, in Scandinavia, Germany, Portugal, despite being in reasonably successful governments. What is the reason for that?
Well, the success or failure of a government is a matter of subjectivism. It's a matter of perception of the electorate. And no matter how successful a government would be objectively, it's also a matter of the political cycle. If one party stays in power for too long, sooner or later the electorate will get dissatisfied, because there will also be mistakes that the government is doing, and the electorate and the opposition will try to capitalize on that, which is fine, because this is the nature of democracy. Democracy is about alternation to power. And I think some of the reasons now for which the social democrats in Scandinavia or in Portugal lose electorate, it's also this.
There are a few more elections in the EU this year and then European elections next year. What are the common trends?
The common trend that we're seeing and we have been noticing effectively for the past decade is the strengthening of the fringe parties and the weakening of the center, whether we're talking about the center right, center left, or even the liberals in the center of the political spectrum, and whether we're talking about the European Parliament, for which we have elections next year, or national elections, the phenomenon is the same across the European continent. The other phenomenon, which is important, is the increasing speed of rotation of the government and of the politicians that we have noticed over the past decade. That is, politicians now find it harder to stay longer in power or to effectively see a full term of a government. It's very rare nowadays that a government stays for the full term in power in any country. I think what we've seen now in Spain, in the Netherlands, it's only confirming this trend.
All right, Doro Francesco from EU Matrix. Thanks for helping us understand the issues at stake here.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.